Sam Nordquist, torture murder. Ringleader pleads guilty in killing of transgender man. Tonight's next crime story comes from New York, where Precious Arzuaga has pleaded guilty in the torture and killing of Sam Nordquist, a 24-year-old black transgender man from Minnesota. Nordquist traveled to New York in September 2024. Prosecutors say he was held captive in Hopewell, New York, from December 2024 until his remains were found in February 2025. Arzuaga pleaded guilty to charges including murder, kidnapping, aggravated sexual abuse, coercion, and child endangerment. She is expected to receive a life sentence. The case involves captivity, torture, multiple suspects, and a guilty plea from the alleged ringleader. This case is not only about a killing, it is about what prosecutors say happened before the death. Authorities described months of severe abuse. Nordquist was allegedly beaten, sexually assaulted, starved, and forced to endure degrading treatment. Prosecutors also said Arzuaga forced 2 children to witness or participate in abuse, which is why child endangerment became part of the case. That detail shows how wide the investigation became. Detectives were not only investigating a homicide, they were investigating kidnapping, sexual assault, child endangerment, possible co-conspirators, digital communication, and the timeline of how Nordquist became trapped. Arzuaga is not the only person connected to the case. 6 others have been implicated. One, Emily Modica, has also pleaded guilty, while 5 others are awaiting trial. That means prosecutors are still building the full picture of who did what, who was present, who participated, and who could have stopped it. In group crime cases, prosecutors often separate roles: who planned, who controlled the victim, who committed direct abuse, who helped hide the crime, who knew and failed to report, who cooperates. The guilty plea may help prosecutors move forward against the remaining defendants. Why is a guilty plea from an alleged ringleader significant?
It confirms responsibility for key parts of the case and can strengthen the prosecution against others, especially if the plea includes facts that establish the broader conspiracy.
How it was solved so far. First, Sam Nordquist traveled from Minnesota to New York. Second, he did not return home. Third, investigators began tracing his last known contacts. Fourth, authorities uncovered evidence of captivity and abuse. Fifth, his remains were discovered in February 2025. Sixth, multiple suspects were charged. Seventh, Arzuaga pleaded guilty to murder and related crimes. What to watch? 1. Arzuaga's sentencing. 2. Trials for the remaining defendants. 3. Whether prosecutors reveal more about the full timeline. 4. Whether hate crime elements are pursued or discussed further. 5. Victim impact statements from Nordquist's family. Sam Nordquist traveled to New York and never made it home. Prosecutors say he was held captive, tortured, and killed. Now, the alleged ringleader has pleaded guilty and is expected to receive life in prison while the remaining cases continue.